up, y'all? This your girl Nat, and you are tuning in to another episode of Authenticity TV. And y'all, I got a special guest today. A special guest. First and foremost, I'm going to allow her to introduce herself. But before she introduces herself, she don't know I've been plotting to get her on my show. I've been plotting. So I'm excited about this episode today. So I'm going to allow my special guest to introduce herself and tell us what you do.
Y'all know what's going on. I'm just kidding. What's up? It's Princess Stormm. How y'all doing today? Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming.
No, listen. One thing, Instagram is like not in order in the DMs on the timeline. So like I was going through my DMs and I'm like, wait, they wanted to talk to me. So I like responded, but it was like so long. I'm like, she probably like this girl. But yeah.
Yeah, no, but you know what? But I understand, like, you know, you busy. Yeah. So I get it. So I'm just
I'd be scared to be on this side.
You really?
Yeah.
Oh, I get it. Okay. So how long? So I actually already know this. I'm not gonna even act like I don't know. I was doing a little bit of research. I was lurking on your Instagram, and plus I've been hearing you on the radio for a long time. So you just hit that milestone of being on the radio for 15 years.
Yes. So not on the radio, but just in radio.
In radio.
Yeah, because I first started off as an intern, and I was not on the radio at that time.
Yeah.
So most people like, you need to start your year once you first got your check, and some people like, well, you could celebrate like when you was an intern. But I started off at high as an intern. I interned for like 6-7 months, and then I just been there my whole life. Okay. It's the only thing I've been committed to.
Wow. And the thing is, so I was reading up on something, and I want you to correct me. So originally, that's that St. Louis shit. So originally,
we could curse.
Yeah.
Okay.
This authenticity.
I was just asking.
So originally, you didn't go to school to be on the radio.
Yeah.
What did you go to school for? I know that.
Yeah,
I know the answer.
I wanted to be a teacher. I wanted to be a preschool teacher.
A preschool teacher. So what happened with that?
Well, one day they was like, you can either come to class, and do all these papers, or you can go out and do like an internship in the field. Okay. So I was like, oh, perfect. I'm not finna do.
Right.
Who's finna do that? So I signed up to actually go do my internship, and it was at like a school in Normandy, district, because I graduated from UMSU. Okay. And I went there. It was like a Monday. I probably partied on Saturday, partied on Friday, partied on Sunday. And I showed up on Monday, and the teacher was like, oh, you're here for, the assignment? Okay, cool. I'll be back. And she left me with like 35 and 6-year-olds. And I'm like, or probably more. And I was just like, bro, I don't know their names. I don't know if they got to go to the bathroom. Like, I literally just went to the office. They brought me here, and you gone. I'm like, where's the help?
She probably been waiting. She was waiting for your ass to arrive so she could dip out.
And I was just like, okay. And I was like, probably a little hungover, a little feeling like trying to get through it. So I was like, you know what? God, it made me, punk bitch, I got this. So I was like, okay, she wanted to try to play me. I'm finna play her. So I went in there. I was like, hey, y'all better listen. Like, I started getting this together, and they got it together. We did my little lesson. We did my stuff. Okay. She came back. She's like, oh, you doing good. I'm like, you tried it.
Right.
I was like, what she don't know is I ain't coming back tomorrow.
I'm hollering. So you said that was one and done.
Yeah, that was it. Because you got to get up early to be a teacher.
Yeah, you do.
It's year round, and it's a lot. So I was just like, I don't think being a teacher for me, because I know I wasn't done partying. I know I wasn't done living my life. I know I wasn't done traveling, exploring. And teachers can't just be like, oh, well, I'm going out of town for 3 weeks. Y'all figured out who's gonna be the sub, like that other thing. So, yeah, I kind of went back to my advisor. I swear to God, I wish I could remember her name. Like, if somebody didn't know her or know me, like, I want to find her.
So the thing is, I don't know if we had the same academic advisor, because I attended UMSU too. Was it Sylvia? No, it wasn't Sylvia.
Black lady,
kind of short, brown skin.
She was like a little thick.
Yes,
maybe I don't know her name. Like, I wish I knew her name. Like, oh, my son, so I don't know the lady information.
I think it's her though. I think it's her, because I went to UMSL, but it was like way after you.
She left. Like,
oh, she left.
She left like right after I graduated. She left.
Oh, she did.
I ain't super like religious and like spiritual and things like that, but I swear I felt like it was God sent, because she left like as soon as I graduated, and I felt like she was at UMSL at that time for a reason for me. You know what I mean? Like, she literally like used to call me, check on me, like, hey, what you doing? What's going on? Why you ain't in class? I popped in your class, you were there. And I'm like, why are you checking on me, my dude? I'm like, I was downstairs in the lunchroom. Like, she like, yeah, but you should be in class. I'm like, bro, I ain't really, you know, like, so I felt like she was there for me. Then, because when I came back, she was gone. I'm like, where'd she go? And she wasn't from her. Ooh. That was the other thing. So I felt like, you know, we had some things that we both had in common and we went through, and she was just like really talking to me and, you know, telling me to do certain things. And she kind of helped me get into radio.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Did she help you land your internship on 104.1?
Yeah, she did.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is there, besides that, has there been anyone else, like maybe in like the radio industry or like the media or entertainment industry, that has helped like mold you along the way in your career?
A lot of people. Definitely a lot of people. For sure my mom, my family, you know, I give them grace all the time. Anybody that know me know I keep them around me. They always pour into me. My friends also, just the advice, you know, me practicing what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I got a lot of mentors throughout the process. My PDs that came into my life, other people I done work with. People might hear me talk about like A+. He a person that like really helped me. Even my DJs at the radio station, Christelle.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Oh, Christelle been on there for
I
so
give these
long.
people their grace. Like, people just see me at the radio, but they'll understand, like, I give my team so much credit for the stuff we do because it's just not my idea. You know what I mean? Like, I might be the person executing it and putting the plans in place, but like we sit down as a table and we talk about like how this finna go out or what y'all think the city gonna think about this. And y'all might hate it, y'all might love it, but we just try to do what we can. So yeah, a lot of people help me.
Okay. Now speaking of like your team, so you're not just like an on-air personality, aren't you also like the assistant director?
Yeah.
Are you just over 104.1 or is it another station?
I'm over 2 stations.
Okay. Period. Okay.
No, I'm over 2 stations. So I'm over Hot 104.1 and 96.3 R&B for the Lou. So it's like the urban and urban AC, like R&B stations. I manage those 2 stations and I'm on the radio.
Wow. So how did you work your way up to that assistant director role?
Honestly, just always wanting more. You know what I'm saying? You know how like you go, I love McDonald's, so I don't think I'm throwing shade. You know how like you go to McDonald's or you go to like a place and you could just see that one employee who just ain't got the title, but they giving it they all. You like, bro, why is they doing all this? Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was me, like back in the field. That was me early on as an intern. Like, listen, I heard this app coming out. It's called this. We need to get one. They like, girl, what? I'm like, it's Instagram. It's gonna come out. It's gonna be high. Y'all need to get y'all one on y'all page. And they like, whatever. I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna secretly make it because y'all need to be on point. Wow. I remember when Snapchat came out, I'm like, okay, we need to get a Snapchat so we could do it. They like, can you just chill out? Like, why you?
And you own it though. Like you like,
I'm not getting paid for it, not doing nothing, but just constantly pushing. So my program directors and my GMs like saw that. You know what I mean? Like, this girl's really like not chilling. Like, she giving it her all. Like, when stuff happen, like sending it to the chat so people can post, people can talk about, people pull up to the city like trying to build connections and do those interviews, even if it's not for myself, if it's for people that's like in my group, like, oh, I heard Cash y'all coming to the city, I know some people from Detroit, you want me to try to see if she can come pull up, like, y'all can interview her, she says she want to come, I already talked to them, like, you know, things like that.
That's what's up.
So I felt like after all my hard work without actually trying, they like, okay, girl, here you go, like, get this help this team be great, here you go, leave us alone.
That's first and foremost, that's like a huge milestone to have a career in radio that long. And then you started off as an intern, you were on air personality, and like you said, you was kind of just hopping in there and just like showing those like leadership capabilities or whatever, and now you're the assistant director. Now I do have to ask, with you being the assistant director over at 104.1, there has been a lot of changes with the station.
Tell me.
And I know you know. There's been a lot of changes at the station over the last year and a half. And of course, you know, everybody in the city, they mess with 104.1. You know, we got to be honest about it. So a lot of people, with some of the changes that have been implemented, a lot of people are getting online, you know, like sharing their opinions about the changes. How have the changes at the station affected you?
It affected me tremendously, like a whole 360. I feel like my world was like taken like a globe and shook up, and then they just set it back down. Yeah, like honestly. Some people know, some people don't know. I had my gallbladder removed last year in February. I was supposed to go out of town like the next week, right? And I'm anti-Valentine's Day for so many reasons. And me and my homegirls always kick it on Valentine's Day. So we was at my house just hanging out, chilling. I'm like, I'm hungry. I really wanted to make some spaghetti. If you know me, you know I love spaghetti in there. I ain't had what I needed. So I was like, okay, dang, what I'm going to do? And they was like, just order some food, order some chicken. I ordered some Hooters. Girl, that chicken, I ate 3 pieces. I had the kids' meal and my stomach was hold down. I'm like, oh my God, I'm sick. My stomach hurt this. And I couldn't sleep. Long story short, it was my gallbladder that was inflamed. I went to the emergency room, was there for like 5 days, just the whole situation. And I was off work for like 2 weeks.
Okay.
And in between those 2 weeks, my morning show, I say my because I just invested in the station, but the morning show at the station was blown up. Yeah. They let everybody go, and they also let my program director go. So I was like, what in the heck? Like, in between that process, like, this stuff was going on. It was like a lot of stuff unfolded. I wasn't really there, so I don't know, like, all of the details for real, like I would if I was there every day. But I kind of heard a lot of things that was happening. But my doctor told me I couldn't work for 2 weeks, so I was at home. Then when I came back, I started to hear things that was happening, and you could tell the tension, you know what I mean, between the group. You could see the other people just not actually on that show, but just in the group, like was going through stuff. It was just like a little rocky, you know, and I was like, what the hell happened? I went home, ate this chicken and came back, and y'all like, bro, what we doing? Like, what? And it was just crazy. And then like maybe 3 days later, they called me like, yeah, we let go. Well, it was like 314 day. So 314 day happened, you know. Well, take a step back. So come back, things rocky. Some people get suspended. You know, some things happen. So I'm like, suspension? Like, bro, we taking this too deep now. Like, what we all like? Why we going this hard? Like, we gotta chill. Like, and they like, nah, it's a lot of stuff going on. I'm like, it can't be this deep. Like, you know, and I guess it was. And 314J happened. You know, so a lot of people was looking at us like, what's going on? What's going on? But we had to keep the show going. So we had 314 Day, which went over really, really well. And then like a couple days after that, they like called me. I was at home and they like, yes, Storm, we know you get in later. Wouldn't you come in? I'm like, what's going on? They like, yeah, we let go of the morning show and this. And I'm like, what? I'm like, I'll be there in like 10 minutes. And I just like instantly went to the station, and it was a decision I didn't know was happening and coming. They just kind of like threw up on me. And mind you, I'm still trying to heal from what I've just been through. But I'm like, okay, let me get back to my group. So it was just crazy.
So I mean, and I imagine, you know, being in radio, there's so many different changes. You have to like be able to pivot and things like that. So how do you take care of your mental health? Just period being in that, because I assume like, you know, like your own air personality, there's the on air personality, but you also still got your personal life outside of this, like you're a mother. So like, how do you balance your mental health with it all?
What I learned is like, when I'm at the station, I give it my all. I'm on, I'm focused, I'm on point. Y'all hired me, so I'm here to give it 100,000%. But when I'm not at the station, I'm present for whatever person I gotta be, whether that's a daughter, whether that's a mom, whether that's a friend or a cousin. And you know, I'm really focused on being that. So it's just balance, you know what I mean? I hear people say like work-life balance. It's really not a thing because you do both. But I also understand, like, for me to be okay, I do gotta step away, because the radio station can let me go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not anti being fired. I'm not anti, like, a contract is only a piece of paper. Like, they can still do what they want to do. So I also remember that, like, I can't be so invested where I'm like losing myself and I'm going crazy and I'm like just no. So I, do what I can while I'm there. I give it my best. I give it my all. Then when I'm not there, I just, live my life.
I'm glad you mentioned though. That was, I ain't gonna lie, that was real for you. You said shoot, they could let me go.
They can. I'm
you
never act like I'm too good.
You like, I ain't too good. I could be let go. I could be fired.
People acting like girl, you go be there. I'm like, okay. They probably like, this is the main one that keep up the drama. Okay, this the one that won't let it go. I'm in here fighting for myself, fighting for my team, both stations, and they probably be like, okay, Storm, leave us alone now. So
So how has it been in the 15 years being not just being a black woman in this industry?
Crazy. But it's also fun. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember a time where like female rap wasn't cool. You know what I'm saying? I know.
In this whole new era now where it's the shit. These female rappers are killing it.
You know what I mean? Like, I remember a time where they like really were not trying to give like local artists a shot, or bring younger people that's not a part of like their group into the circle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's been crazy. But I love it. You know what I mean? It's fun. It's always something different every day. I appreciate the people that work there because we are like investing ourselves into this. You know what I mean? Because the radio station never off. Like literally last night, the station was like going through some little technical difficulties, and KMJ called me like, I'm at the marquee, but I'm about to go to the station and fix it right now. And I'm like, bro, I'm already on it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that type of stuff. Like you're literally in the marquee, seeing the emails or people texting you like, hey, something going on. And you like, hey, I'm finna go fix it for you. Like we invest ourselves into this. Like we are a group. We are a family. Like we bicker, we fight, we all have disagreements, but like we really are invested with each other. It's 14 people for 2 stations. Like, wow. Yeah.
See, that's something I didn't know. First of all, I knew that the radio was like ongoing. Yeah. But like you said, you could, so y'all pretty much in a way are kind of like on call.
Yeah, I'm on call 24/7.
24/7.
Yeah.
So if you was here and you got a call, you got a deal.
Yeah, I would. I'd be like, girl, come on, you want to come with me? Let's get these cameras. Let's go. Like,
look, and I'd be like, look, passenger seat.
I keep my computer on me. I got 2 cell phones so I can have Wi-Fi anytime where I'm at.
Okay. Yeah.
We went to Bali and I was like, I need to convert this adapter so I can plug it to a wall. Okay? Like, bruh, what y'all doing? Can you understand this? This the plug. I see y'all got Dales. I got a Dale. Like, yeah. Let me plug into y'all. Can I come down here and use y'all? Like, yeah, that type of stuff.
You said the work don't stop.
It really don't.
And speaking of, you mentioned something. You mentioned like female rappers. So being on the radio and you've been on there for 15 years, I have to keep saying it because that's a milestone, okay? And we're going to give you your flowers here. But you've also interviewed a lot of celebrities.
Yeah.
Have you found yourself like starstruck with any celebrities that you've interviewed?
Yeah.
Okay.
But like, I mean, like, okay, so when we talk about starstruck, I feel like it's 2 different things. Right?
Okay, so I
have never really like interviewed somebody to the point where I was like, I don't know what to say. Like I'm like I ain't never been like that. Like that ain't never happened. Yeah. But like I'd be like, oh my God, I love you. I'm a fan. Like, girl, okay, we gotta talk about it. Like I just ask questions I want to know. Okay. But like I have been starstruck before to the point where I'm like, oh my God, this so
Who was it?
Okay, my first starstruck moment was Meek Mill. But you gotta remember, Meek Mill was that guy
when he first came out.
When he first came out, and I love a black man. Okay, like I love a little dark little thing. So yes, Meek Mill was like my first starstruck moment, and I used to have, you know how you can turn people notifications on?
Yeah, on Instagram,
so, like, on Twitter, because like Instagram wasn't popping like that. Yeah. So like he was in the studio, and I'm like sitting like kind of like by him in the room, like taking pictures, doing little stuff, and mind you, at work, I just like a complete bum.
I mean, I can't see you shit.
Yeah, but unless like I know somebody coming in, I know I got an interview, I know I got to meet a client. Like I be having hoodie on, hair up, back, no lashes, no edges, laid, like nothing. Okay. And he came in that day, I was fine. Okay, dress on, boobs up. Like, yeah, they looked at me like, I bet you thought no. And you know, I work in a male dominated field, so they're like, Storm, bro, don't go outside like this. Like, don't do that. I'm like, mind your business.
Right. My man in my head is
you know that part. And then the man was in the room, and girl, he was on Twitter. He was like tweeting. My phone like ding. And like he'll tweet again, was like ding. I'm like, oh my God. He was like, wait, what? I gotta fix it. Let me fix it. And then that was the whole thing. So I was just like, dang. So I was like starstruck in that moment. And then after they went to Love Have Fun party, we kicked it with them. Cool. And then Rod Wave. I love Rod Wave.
I like him, but
I love Rod Wave, girl. He walked past me. I was like, oh my God. Like so loud. And my friend's like, bro, you are so embarrassing. So it gotta be like somebody I'm like a fan of, like I'm invested in. But those are not like only people I love. I know like Beyonce. I love Beyonce. But I never met her. I met her mom, I met her daddy, I met her, I met Kelly, I met her stylist. I'm like, God, send me Beyonce.
You like, I'm in the vicinity. I'm in proximity of you, baby. I'm speaking into existence that you'll get to be her wedding.
But I might fucking like pass out or like mouth would just be open. Like I don't know what
if you be Beyonce.
But I don't got like people I'm like super fans of. Because early on, an artist like really humbled me and was just like, we are human just like y'all. You know what I mean? Like we go through stuff just like you go through stuff. Like, and then we got to come in here and be on, do a show, do an interview. And you understand, like my mama might be in the hospital or my kid might have just got hit by a car in Atlanta and I'm in St. Louis or Memphis doing a show. Like, so that happened early on for me to just be like that human and kind of get them grace a little bit, you know? So yeah.
Okay. So how do you, have you ever like interviewed a celebrity and you could kind of tell like,
terrible.
Like it's terrible.
Yeah.
The vibe wasn't there.
Yeah.
How do you navigate through that like professionally?
I look at whoever my cameraman is. I'll be like, hey, you ready? All right. I'm done. Yeah.
Like it's just so you just do it straight to the point.
I like leave the studio. I be like, hey, can y'all get these drops to them? Thank you. So nice to meet you. Like, hey, let's take a picture. Like, I do a selfie. I'm out. Like, cause you're not about to like, like, cause I'm helping you too. Yeah, like, don't get it twisted, boo. Like, we doing this together. And if you ain't trying to do it, I ain't trying to do it either. And I never ever rock with you again.
Period.
Yeah.
You said I never ever rock with you. Now, most of the time when the artists are coming in there, are they coming in with like an entourage or like they team or
it depends. Some roll with a lot of people, some roll by themselves, 1-2 people. Yeah.
Okay. And
I like I say, I'm a human, I get it. And like you know, people go through stuff, but like that don't mean be mean to me. I don't know you.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
You signed up to be this person to come do this thing.
That's
like
true.
Don't do that. But I keep it real short, quick, to the point, in and out.
Period.
I ain't gonna drag it out. Where you from? What you doing? How you get started? This what you got? What's your single? Why you did up? I'm out. Hey, y'all got this. Take care of this. All right, I'll be back. Thank you. Nice to meet you. Y'all got my information. I'm out of here.
Period.
Yeah. Cause I did like over extending myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like I didn't did all this stuff, and I'm not. No, I'm that girl too. Like, don't get it twisted.
Period. Like, she said I'm that girl too. So in those moments when you were overextending yourself, like how did that feel doing that and the vibe wasn't there? Like, what did that, you know?
It felt like a slap in the face. Like, you trying to be part of the Mean Girls, and you trying to set the table, and they like, scoot over. And you like, can y'all scoot over a little bit? Please. Like, we should know. Now I'm like, fuck it, I'm going where I want it. Like, I'm going where somebody want me. Like, nah. Not at all.
That's funny.
For real?
That is funny. Now, I'm a pry a little bit. I'm gonna get a little bit in your business because that's just what we do here at Authenticity. Yeah. So you on the radio, you're that girl like you just said. So how do you navigate being an on-air personality and then trying to date?
I really don't date. Like, somebody gotta approach me. I could count on one hand how many times like I done went up to somebody like trying to talk to them. Okay. Yeah, like I don't do that. Like, I still believe in like being a lady. Like, court me. Like,
of course.
Me, yes. But I don't really date. Like, you might like me like maybe know one person I probably used to talk to like randomly if somebody talking about it, but like I don't really post my relationships. I don't really like talk about who I'm with. I don't really get into details about like nothing like that. And I always do like, you know, questions on the radio, talk about stuff on the radio. Everybody know I have a child, so of course, you know, it's a person that's there with me that helped me create this human. But me and my son Diddy, we were friends before we were together, so we still cool, you know, after the situation. And I try to keep everything separate. But yeah, if you might see me out with somebody, maybe you think I'm dating them, maybe we might just be having fun on a Friday night. But yeah, I don't really date for real. Okay, so it's hard.
It is hard. But so
men are jealous.
They are.
Yeah. I work in a male dominated field. Ooh. So how look, you call me, I'm like, yeah, I'm in the studio right now with little baby now, I'm gonna call you back. Like, what you doing? Now my phone ain't working. Now I'm like, what? Like, I'm really in the studio, oh my God.
Oh my God. So what's somebody watching this right now? Like, let's say like that's funny. Like, let's say somebody watching this right now, like a dude watching this right now, he trying to get at you. Like, what advice would you give to him if he see you out and he's trying to get at you? Because
if he see me out, where am I out at?
You don't go out?
No, I'm saying like, where am I at?
I mean, let's just say you out at a club. Well, do you go to a club?
Yeah, I love the club.
Okay, so
let's me at the marquee. You know what I'm saying? I love the clubs.
So let's just say he catch you at the marquee. What would be the best approach to approach you? Like,
do not approach me in the club. No, this way. Because I'm with my friends, I'm with guys, I'm with girls. We all vibing. Like, what you gonna come do? Like, hey, come on, let me talk to you. I'm like, who is this? Help. I'm like, oh my God, friends, y'all don't see me. I'm tired inside. No, I don't know, because it's different, right? Like, I don't know. If you see me in the club, I guess it's cute. Sit a drinks in a bottle. I don't know. Like, say what's up. Come try to talk or something like that. We can figure it out. Okay. But I also just ain't respectfully talking to anybody, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, we kind of got to match up a little bit. And I ain't talking about look-wise. I'm talking about, like, mindset-wise, goal-wise, stuff like that. Because I talk to ugly niggas, too. You know what I'm saying? I don't like all that fine, little cute thing. I like, you know, I like them a little rough, around the edges. You know what I'm saying?
You don't like them fine?
It depends.
See, I got a problem.
You know how when Kendrick said that line, like, how he think he cuter than you or something, or like that? Yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
That. Like,
see, and that's my problem.
It's a level of maintenance.
Yeah, see, you don't gotta be too fine, but I don't know. I got a habit. I love fine niggas. I love fine
I'm gonna love you. Like, I'm gonna love you. So I think you fine. That's it. That's
yeah. I get you though. I get you.
But,
okay.
Like, my friend sent me a guy that she thought was fine. I'm like, yeah, he handsome. But like, I wouldn't talk to this type of guy.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this wouldn't be my pick.
It is a certain type of guy. Like, some of them be thinking they do look better than you.
Yeah.
I'm finna show you. Look, you know this St. Louis. I hope I don't know.
No, he ain't from here.
Oh, okay, well, great.
And you know TikTok going away, so girl, we can talk about it. Okay?
Oh my God.
TikTok going away. Look, this hella
rest in peace to TikTok.
How do you even look at TikTok DMs? Oh, inbox. Slow. Oh, look.
Rest in peace to TikTok.
This the man she think fine.
He is handsome, but he's too cute.
You feel what I'm saying? Like,
I wouldn't even talk to him.
You feel me?
Like, his face structure is just like too.
Yeah, like, I would not.
He gonna be in the mirror.
You feel me?
Like,
now she get what I'm saying. First she thought I was tweaking.
He got his haircut appointments on the same day of
You feel me? He got facial treatment.
His barber are locked in. This nigga
I ain't gonna put that man on camera, but now she feel me.
Yeah,
now we understand.
He's seeing the esthetician.
Yeah.
Now he got you looking at yourself like, damn. Like,
I going to that one thing where you put your head back in the water, like, come over, like. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. Okay, I don't like that. She was like, he's so fine. I'm like,
he fine, but nah, it's a certain type of fine you just don't do.
Now you feel me?
I like a medium fine, but I'm not gonna lie, like, and I came to this conclusion because we was just talking about this behind the scene. I took a year off from not dating. I was practicing celibacy, still practicing it, you know, but like. I just cannot date a man I'm not attracted to. I just cannot, and I have tried. I just cannot. Ooh, somebody gonna see this and be mad. Anywho, back to the interview, back to the regular programming.
We can talk about it.
Back to the regular programming. Okay, so what advice would you give to, let's say something like there's a college student watching this interview and they want to pursue a career in radio. What advice would you give them?
Start now. You know what I'm saying? Start your own podcast. Go to your local college radio station if y'all got one. You know, give it your all. Have fun. Be creative. Think outside the box and go hard. Like, I wish when I was 19 when I first started this, I would just be on it then, like I was, like, not waiting, like, oh man, no, let me wait a year, let me figure this out. Like, I wish I was just on it automatically out the gate. Okay. So yeah, I would tell them to start, like, whatever it is. If you want to start that radio show, start it. Get you shirts, get you hats, get you merch. Be out here doing interviews with everybody, the teachers, the people, like whatever it is, like you want to do, don't start. Like, I don't care if it's not cool. I don't care if it's outside of the box of the norm. Like, go for it. Like, at all. My kid tell me all the time, like, I want to be this person, I'm buying it. I want to do this, I'm buying it. Like, I don't know what's gonna work, but we gonna start now. Like,
and that's good to pour into your child. Anything that you know he wants to do or interested in, and pouring into that, because that's a really good thing.
My parents did that for me. You know what I mean? That's why I felt like I'm gonna do this for you.
My mom we argue. Oh my God, we argue. I mean, we went to the doctor, and my doctor was like, you know, you need to grow up and be a doctor. And I'm like, I don't want to be a doctor. And my mama went off on me, and I'm like 8 or 9 years old. I'm like, I don't want to be no doctor. Like, I want to do something in broadcast. Broadcast, they don't make no money. I said, well, I want to be in broadcasting, so I don't know what to tell you. But now my mama is so supportive, super supportive.
It take a while.
It does. So, like, or do you have like any like mentorship programs or anything for like young women or young black women or young black men that want to pursue radio?
So I don't have like a mentorship program. I used to. We are kind of trying to start something back up this year. So maybe like end of 2025, they might see like programs or something that offer. But I always answer my DMs. Like, if you got a question or you want to shadow me, you want to pull up, like, I'll be like, yeah, like, let's connect, let's figure it out. It was a girl that go to Carton Ritter. She wanted to shadow me for a day. Like, she came to the studio, we talked it up. She was able to sit with me. I went to Rittner High School like last year to talk to they kids in their media class. Like, I pulled up and I'm like, what y'all in here doing? Y'all got a whole radio station. Like, y'all need to be working. I'm like, don't worry about it. I'm gonna write y'all some things y'all need to do to pipe this stuff up. Like, I'm gonna come back and talk to y'all. I'm going to Vashon like in a couple months to talk to their kids. So if people get connected with me, I definitely will. I had an intern like a while ago, super long time ago, and now we like real life friends. But she got connected through me through a friend. Like, he was like, oh, I know Storm in real life. You want to like get her? He called me on FaceTime like, hey Storm, she want to talk to you. I'm like, oh yeah, we talk. I'm like, give her my number.
That's what's up.
So I'm super down to earth. Like, people that know me know, like, that girl ain't no Hollywood. Like, you catch that girl on a good day and you'll be cool. So, yeah.
Yeah, you are down to earth. When I watched, I was like, oh, it's okay, she cool.
Yeah.
Like, it was straight to the point. I'm like, I mess with you because, you know, I love my city, but sometimes people be like a little Hollywood.
No.
And I get it. And I understand, like, I mean, to feel confident in yourself and stuff like that. But like you said, at the end of the day, shoot, we are human.
Yeah, somebody gave me a chance. You know what I mean? I ain't got no mama that was in this, no daddy, no uncle. Like, somebody gave me a chance. So I always believe in giving the next person a chance. And then I'm getting older. I'm talking about, you know, I want kids, I want a family, I want to travel, I want this. Like, girl, I don't really want to talk about these celebrities at a certain time. Like, I gotta pipe somebody else up. You know?
That's true. So what would you say, just looking over like the years you've been in radio, what is probably like one of your proudest moments?
Well, going viral, of course, was like one of my proudest moments.
So tell us about the viral moment.
That was with the baddies with
yeah, I seen it. I seen it.
That was one of my proudest moments. Going viral, you know, was really dope because you know, I reached out to Natalie a long time ago to do an interview. Things didn't work out when she was here, so it was like whatever that happened. And I don't really be salty about when I get interviews because I know how this stuff be going. But then she hit me up. I was literally in the garage on the phone, and I'm getting all these messages like Natalie, and I'm like, what? And then like people like text like other people like, oh, Natalie followed this girl, she's like that, and I'm like, is this real? And I'm like, okay, this page fake. And like she hit me up like, hey, when I come to town, I want to meet with you. People told me to look, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool, just let me know. She's like, yeah, I'll be there tomorrow, and I'm like, is this real?
Yeah.
Like, it was that type of situation.
Right.
And then they end up pulling up, you know, cameras, Zeus. We had to figure out some contracts, legal stuff like that so we can record. And then me and Natalie had like a really good vibe. And then Jayla and Rolly was with her, so we was kind of cool. And then Rolly like stepped out for a little minute. And I think Lemmy like called Natalie or one of the girls like just kind of checking in. And they was like, oh, like everything went great. Like this was super dope. We love it. And Jayla was like, when we go to other cities, can you like get us on the radio? Like we trying to do this. Because like we had like a really good vibe. Yeah. And then he was like, oh, okay, cool. He's like, well, y'all finna leave? They was like, no, we staying. We finna talk to her and do this other stuff real quick. And I was like, okay. He's like, well, I'm finna pull up. Like he wasn't even scheduled to like come. Right. But because like they had such a good time and everybody was kicking it and it wasn't like, we was cool. And he came and, you know, I'm like, okay, he here. I'm like, dang, okay, this is happening. And then he was like, one of his people was like, you want to interview him? I'm like, yeah. So then he came in and, you know, everything just kind of worked out. Yeah. So, yeah. That was the proudest moment because it was like organic. You know what I mean? It wasn't forced. It wasn't like we really put a lot of effort to this. It just kind of happened. You know, the power of social media and things like that. So that was one of my proudest moments. And maybe doing an interview with like my diaper drive, of course. That was like one of my proudest moments. Like actually doing stuff for the community. Like it's cool to do stuff for yourself, have these lavish experiences and do things, but like actually to give back to the community for people that like need things, and not even because you're going through something, but like just because the resources are there. Like, and that organization too. So the diaper bank, that was dope for me to like really put that together and see the life like 4 years ago that it started from, and now it's like super big. Yeah. And I did some interviews with like a lot of people in a city who like went through some life-changing experiences. So like giving them the time on the radio to like talk about their stories or like speak about what they are going through. You know, remember the shooting at Vaishon? Where the little girl got killed. Her mom came to the studio and was able to like tell her story. And talk about that. So like it's cool for the fun stuff, right? Like I talk about going to the club, send me about it. But like actually like to peel off those layers and be like real. Like stuff happens. So stuff like that.
Okay, that's what's up.
That'd be like my proudest moments because you know, it ain't about me.
Yeah, and it's not always just about us. It's about sometimes you have to use the platform, and like you said, the platform that you have and the resources that you have to help other people. Because at the end of the day, when you have been blessed, the thing that you have to do is bless others and give back. You know, so that's what's up. So, is there any last words you want to leave for my audience as we wrap up this interview? I had fun with you. You fun. You funny. I like you.
And I'm sober. Okay, so think about that. No, I mean, you know, just go after what you want. Whatever your dream is, do it. You know, you want to be a clothing designer, you want to be a doctor, lawyer, I don't know, artist, like just go hard. You know what I mean? Because you get one chance at this thing called life. So just go for it.
Period. Yeah. All right. Well, thank y'all so much for tuning in to another episode of Authenticity. Again, this your girl, Net, host, creator, and writer. And that's it. Thank you for coming.
No problem. Thank you for having me.